Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so on the pre-shuffle, I'm getting to pull one card for the union space of the divine counterparts. It's ridiculous. I keep actually seeing kings, queens, major arcana, masculine and feminine, and the Four of Wands, Two of Wands. Like, it's kind of ridiculous on the pre-shuffle, but let's see what we're going to get for the union space, the connective space. So let's actually do one. Yeah, let's do a little bit of a spine of fire reading. So let's start with, oh my gosh, I wasn't planning on changing up my reading, but I'm getting that we're going to do the chakra levels. Okay, we're going to get into it here. So here we go, crown chakra. Abundance. I am going to pull cards for each of the counterparts. So let's see what we get for the divine feminines regarding abundance. We get the Lovers, and this is the Empress, by the way. So on the crown chakra, there is this higher knowing of the abundance associated with this connection now. Divine feminines, you are feeling the guidance of the higher love. Divine masculines, what is the card here? Oh, the card of separation. So on the crown chakra, so that can mean that there is still some crisis of faith or questioning what the bigger picture is, the divine plan, that somehow there's still this uncertainty regarding higher guidance, knowing what to do. Let's actually get some advice for the counterparts. What are the divine feminines meant to do regarding this motion of the Lovers with abundance? So the Lovers isn't necessarily your divine counterpart. It is the union within. It's a balanced energy. It's talking about trusting, impeccable trust in the bigger picture, but we're also getting ecstasy, rapture, flux, amplification, heart wave resonator, and etheric reflector, spiritualization of matter and reflected light. Yeah, so you're in a state of ecstasy. You're seeing the ecstatic levels, the higher love, and that's also bringing this spiritualization of matter into the physical. You're anchoring more of a spiritual lens into your mundane world, divine feminines, and that is the key to this abundance that's being guided on the crown chakra level. Wow. So divine masculines, you're working on this idea of the 5D, the energetics, being left out in the cold, feeling at odds. So let's get some advice for the divine masculines, crown chakra. We are getting psychic vision, hidden meanings, dream reading, and flower of feeling, emotional awakening, forgiveness, and compassion. This is all very, very unconditional love, Queen of Cups kind of energy. Talking about healing this separation wound. This is the Divine Mother aspects in the crown chakra, the glory, the Shekinah. So there's this interesting motion as you soften, as you reclaim your own intuitive skills, as you believe in those unseen things, as you feel supported by the energetic realms. This is the sign synchronicities, nurturing your heart space, divine masculines, and healing this loneliness I'm hearing. This odd one out, the aloof. It's reminding me of a children's book that I just saw an advertisement for. It was about men, fathers. I think it was called The Dad That Didn't Need to Know. Something like that. Masculines, you don't need to, have it all figured out or look like you've got it all figured out. You can admit that there are subtle energies that this is to yourself, I'm feeling. Divine masculines, you can admit that you feel kind of out of the loop, and that you're desiring to have more of a deep, heartfelt foundation that bridges that gap, that connects you to source, that doesn't let you down. I'm getting this feeling of divine masculines just wanting to crack the code of not feeling let down. And that is a bit of an existential feeling, left out in the cold. We're talking about crown chakra, so that's connection to source. That is conscious receptivity to source. So divine masculines, let the love in. Let your free will point you back in the direction of the abundance that's available when you ask for higher guidance, when you admit you don't know the answers, and when you come into humble petition of the divine. That is what I'm hearing. Interesting message. Okay, let's see for the third eye chakra. 3 of crystals. So in the physical, third eye, 3 of crystals. Beautiful. So this is all about the internal searchlight. This is a teamwork, collaboration card. Crystals are the pentacles in this deck, so the Trinity energy. This is the divine, the energetic focus with the counterparts here. I just want to say we do have this incredible pyramid here and another one here. Has a focal point, but the 3 of crystals on the third eye is really talking about how to assess this connection in the physical, how to keep the higher focus, how to agree on an organization focus here. So there is a sense of teamwork. There's an intuitive knowing that there is collaboration here. When we use those kinds of words like relationship, collaboration, teamwork in the 3D sense, it's sometimes a formal arrangement. When we're dealing with the intangible and the psychic, the intuitive, collaboration is things like a muse energy. When you're, daydreaming about someone, that's an energetic collaboration. If someone shows up in dreams and you exchange wisdom, that's an energetic collaboration. If someone inspires you, somebody's famous and you're like, if they can do it, I'm inspired to do it. That's an energetic collaboration. That is an inspired motion out into the world, and you've energetically entangled with that, chosen it, and emulated. So there are lots of ways that you can look at connection through intuitive guidance that shows the collaboration energies. I call it the tensegrity of the twins. It's also the stability function, this intuitively guided knowing of the other in this dynamic. Okay, so let's see what the feminine card is regarding collaboration, teamwork on the intuitive level. Get a few. Oh my gosh, we got twin flames, 4 of wands, union, and coming out of hermit mode. So all these paths lead. There's another pyramidal focus here. I keep hearing the word sigil, but there's this focus towards the destined path. It's like the higher focus brings everybody home into, I heard divinity, into embodiment, into source, into spirit, into what really matters. It's just a matter of time before growth and evolution bring us home. This is the foundation within the divine feminine collective that's anchoring, that's holding this structure. It's like an intuitive baseline within regarding the twin dynamic, the twin connection. Even if you don't have a clue what I just meant by that, just being on a twin flame journey, knowing about the concept, realizing that there is a higher love, desiring something like that, when you align with the concept, it becomes this code within you that you measure other things by. It becomes a refining agent within you. This is a motion to coming out of hermit mode, so there is some sort of an intuitive collaboration, an energetic collaboration. Divine feminines are embarking on, that is inspired in part by the shared space here, the intuitive knowing with the twin. And it's coming out of hermit mode. There's something coming into view here that the twin flames are doing, that the feminines are inspired to bring out of seclusion, that is a team up with the masculines. What can we see for the, so that's mission and projects, purpose. What can we see for the divine masculines regarding this intuitive teamwork? Wow, so this is really interesting, because this is the sort of truth. 2 lightning bolts. This is the eternal love. It came out on the side first, I want to say, so it's a neutral position. Divine masculine, like the jury is out, and you're going to get 2 signs about this teamwork. You're going to hear it from things like this. If you're watching this reading, you're definitely seeing that the divine feminines are intuitively guided right now. This may not be conscious. For many divine feminines, it might have to do with conscious mission, but for some, it's just an intuitive guidance that you're going to witness, divine masculines, that your divine feminine might not be consciously, you know, manipulating or trying to manifest, but you're going to get a sign from the divine and from your divine feminine that will shed light on this energetic collaboration. Something is going to be remarkable to you, and you're going to have it confirmed by the divine and your divine feminine. So that's really interesting. It's going to spark and heighten your intuitive abilities. We are getting divine masculines. Your higher chakras are coming on board with, I just heard omen reading, oracle interpretation, dream reading, deeper messages, because your emotions are balancing out and you're in forgiveness of self and other. Remember, we've been seeing this deep forgiveness of self for being the bad guy, the bad rap masculines have gotten. Even the patriarchy, you know, that masculine, that bad rap. Your divine masculines, you are reclaiming the masculine polarity through impeccable conduct, through perfection, through conducting yourselves in righteous ways. That's not just a religious term. It is an appropriate term for having high standards. So as you forgive yourself for not being the bad guy, for trusting your intuition and allowing that emotion, the perception to be realized, everything's coming alive, and you're on fire. You're electric with this stuff, divine masculines. Super cool. Okay, let's see what the throat chakra is doing. Reason, the Emperor. Okay, so we got the Empress and the Emperor here showing up on either side of the third eye collaboration with higher knowing, with higher love, with divinity, with energetics, with the universe. The Emperor and Empress. Does anybody notice that that's interesting? So in this throat chakra place, we've got the Emperor. This is communication. It is reason. It's rhyme and reason, common sense. It's practicality. It is protection. It's logic. It's father energy. We've got the mother. We've got the father here. So the themes of children, the themes of projects and manifestations here. Amazing energy there. Okay, so for this theme of communication, of structure, we've got abundance coming in on the higher. We've got it activated through the throat chakra here. So what can we see for the divine feminines? We get the high priestess. So be still and know. Be still and know that there is this high level communication available now. There is such a clarity about the energetics. You have such a profound understanding with all of the studying, with all of these mystery school teachings that you are receiving through these readings, through other channels. You are getting this sacred information that's helping you be able to discern in real time communication with your twin in the physical, in the energetics. You are on it, divine feminines, but you're not even taking action. You are looking away from this. You are waiting for your divine counterpart to communicate in a way that justifies, confirms these intuitive knowings. And divine, oh, actually, let's get some advice about that. So you're being asked just to hang tight, divine feminines, and allow for that divine gag order to be taken off of the divine masculine polarity. We are seeing the green light for divine masculines to be communicating again. Things have been shifting with the eclipses. So divine feminines, yeah, you're kind of waiting, demure. you're waiting for communication. And divine masculines, it's like you are deciding on the things that need to be communicated. But what is the energetic advice for the feminines? Stand still, suspended animation, holding space. So yeah, it is just a pause. Be still and know. Stand still, pause, hold this knowledge of the higher things, resonate in it, so that as your divine masculine comes on board, it's like a switch has been flipped, or will be, with these two bits of information coming in to wake the masculines feeling back up for this connection, to bring them out of loneliness, out of separation. There's a motion here that it's in the court of the masculines to begin communicating again. Remember, that can be the divine feminine, that can be within you, that can be aspects of you that need to also advocate for forward motion and truth. So take it how it resonates. There are no absolutes. It's all intuitively guided. What can we see for the masculines? Oh, we're going to do this card. What can we see for the masculines regarding the Emperor energy on the throat chakra? Exactly. This is the forgiveness of the missed opportunities in the past. So divine masculines are still processing what to say, how to articulate, how to speak about the times in the past that things did not look reciprocated, were unrequited love. So divine masculines are still sorting those storylines, are still finding the intuitive ability to define what happened there. What is the advice for you, divine masculines? We are getting Chamber of Communication, Correspondence, Declaration, and Telepathy. So you are being guided to talk about these things, about why you didn't come forward, why it was a missed opportunity, why you weren't ready. So divine masculines watching, or divine feminines, there is this energetic with the telepathy. There is an energetic hotbed for communication right now. So this can be in the 3D. It's not going to be in the 3D for everyone in this cycle, at least telepathically. This is the theme. So if you, divine feminines, if you feel your divine masculine energetically, while feeling some of these memories, while seeing memories from the past when disconnects have happened, or when things didn't play out the way that you felt they may have, and you feel your divine masculine in the mix of that, drop into the heart space and open curiosity there, and ask your divine masculine to express telepathically. Divine masculines, if you're watching this and you are considering coming clean, it doesn't even need to be an apology, it could be, but speaking about the past, you are really coming to these abilities to articulate it, there's a pendulum here. So asking precise yes or no questions, divine masculines, you can have a moment and just say, is this needed to talk about? Do I feel like this is warranted to talk about? Is this essential? Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Divine masculines. So communication, wow, we are seriously communicating about what happened in the past, and this theme of forgiveness and interpretation of higher frequencies. So divine masculines, you are getting an eloquent understanding of the journey now. Whew, it's so good. Okay, heart chakra. There's the Four of Cups again. This is heavy on both twins' hearts. So with the eclipse, we are getting this clearing of the past cycles, and these things that didn't work out in the past are clearly the biggest theme going on. So on the heart space, here's divine feminine wishing on a star. Here's divine masculine bringing a cup of love as a playful dolphin, but divine feminine is oblivious. There's a disconnect on the heart space here about the past. The Four of Cups is about things in the past that didn't quite work out. It's only a four, right? The Ten of Cups, we go through these periods of distance so the heart can grow fonder, or naive into growth. And so sometimes we do need to have things not work out to appreciate it more, is the feeling I'm getting with this message. What can we see for the divine feminines with this on the heart space? Here's eclipse energy. So that's coming up again on the full lunar eclipse on the 15th to 16th of this month. This card fell on ecstasy, rapture, flux, and amplification, heart wave resonator. So the Two of Swords, these are two truths. These are, love and fear, or your opinion and the divine masculine's viewpoint on what has happened. This is coming into focus with the eclipse. So there are two assumptions here. It came out in a neutral position. So divine feminines, you're being asked to stay neutral about what happened in the past, because the divine masculines are uncovering the higher meaning in all of that right now. And it does look like you're going to get communication, or at least telepathically it's going to make sense and be cleared up in the next little while, in this month with the eclipses, I'm hearing. So what can we get for the energetic interpretation of that, or support for you divine feminines? Cellular light, bioluminescence, self-illumination, and simplicity. This fell right over onto the divine masculine's telepathic card, and this is the most essential. So again, is it necessary? Is it true? Is it kind? Divine feminines, your divine masculine is coming to this simple truth that is going to self-illuminate. You don't have to tell your divine masculine story anymore. Your divine masculine is going to tell you first person what is up from their point of view. We are getting these communications, and I'm just hearing it will shed some beautiful light on the true heart motive, because your divine masculine, instead of thinking that they are the bad guy, take gender as it resonates, is now seeing the higher truth and able to bring that simple loving truth to you about the big picture. Enough understanding of energy and energetic patterns has been assimilated here that the masculines can now express the higher meaning in things that they couldn't before. And what a beautiful testament of mastery. So divine feminines, get all of the storytelling and guesses and assumptions out of your energetic field. Stay neutral and allow for this simple truth to come in. You don't need to know what it's going to be. Until your divine masculine comes in and tells you what it actually is, you don't need to know. Don't tell your counterpart's story. Going to surprise you. What can we see for the divine masculines regarding the Four of Cups on the heart space. What is it we can see? And it fell over to the Divine Feminines. Oh, the Empress. I just heard, you are my Empress, even though I haven't said it, even though I didn't show you in the past. So Divine Masculines, yeah, you are seeing this ecstatic understanding of your Empress here. The growth, you're seeing the growth, this tree, you're seeing the splendor, this glow up. This is a glow in the dark tree. It fell on Heartwave Resonator, amplification, ecstasy. So your Divine Masculine is seeing your true colors now, your true essence, your abundant, evident Empress energy. It's the second time we've had Empress here on the crown chakra. This is in the shared place. So Divine Masculine's crown chakra, connection to source. The divine has shown the Divine Masculines who the Empress is, and that you are this abundant energy. Something has impressed upon your Divine Masculine that you really are the real deal. You are magnetic. You are a master manifester, and you've caught the attention in no uncertain terms, that your Divine Masculine knows what they missed out on, and it's heavy on their heart. They are feeling the separation. They are feeling the distance. No matter how small or big it is, they are redeeming that by knowing how extraordinary and rare you are, how ecstatic you are. They see it now. It's not a guess. So Divine Masculines, what can we see for advice regarding your Empress? Spiral of life, let it unfold naturally. So as you are seeing your counterpart for who they really are, Divine Masculines, there's no work to be done. Just witnessing that this is your Empress sets this in motion from that vantage point. You don't have to do anything else but just know that it's your Empress, and then you will spot these little twinkles along the spiral here of becoming that mark the proofs. You know, when you believe anything, you see these evidence on the timeline that qualify it, and I'm being shown that that's the new version of reality that you're focused on, not the it can't happen or it might not be my divine counterpart or all that. You now know this is your Empress, and now you're seeing these evidence markers. That is pretty awesome. And linear sequencing, hierarchy, time, and logic. Yeah, we've got, you're going to be communicating based on facts, Divine Masculine, that this is your Empress, the abundance. And, you know, linear time, linear sequencing, hierarchy, time, and logic, it can be, you know, time is bent. It doesn't have to be a straight line. This is a spiral. And you've probably seen that little short that I have on the channel, that when you think things are going around and around, if you look at from the side, it's going higher and higher. So it's kind of like that. Divine Masculine, seeing the cycles, seeing the proof, seeing the markers, seeing you as abundant, Divine Feminine. Pretty awesome. Okay, that was heart space. Let's do solar plexus, 4 of crystals. Okay, this is foundational in the solar plexus. How interesting, I've got the solar plexus yellow on. This is sitting on the foundation. This masculine energy is in contemplation, though, about taking things to the next level. So to have this come out in the solar plexus, this is speaking of, it's where the ego versus humility, status, reputation, empowerment, mission, purpose, activation, all of those things here on the solar plexus. This is contemplation about letting go of what was once thought of as abundance, as material gain. This is about a hoarding energy here. letting go of it, letting go of the death grip on scarcity, and allowing for this higher knowing of the abundance that is potential in this connection that far exceeds the ways of the world, the abundance of the world. Tasting the true abundance. We have the Empress, the abundance twice, the true foundation that's been laid, but also the collaboration. There's this empowerment, the forward motion coming in that's going to crack the status quo open so that this new abundance, this new initiation of abundance with the twins working together intuitively or whatever level is happening, the collaboration, this is cracking open the previous levels of the 3D, the previous abundance of the world, again, the mask, the status, the reputation, that it was scarcity and staying at a certain level. This is opening, the potentials are opening. So what can we see for solar plexus, power, empowerment, becoming for the feminines? What can we see? Oh, yeah, prosperity and growth and changes in the physical. Again, neutral position. This is the card of reciprocity. It's also the card of growth and changes. We saw this and being reminded, we saw this for the masculines with the sword of truth that also came out. So this is a collaboration energy. I'm getting this toroidal feeling with this and this. Like the masculine and the feminine click and having it like engines starting up. That's like the electromagnetic elastic bands, like that's the kind of thing we're getting here. So this is an empowerment, like a self-sustaining system. When the masculine and feminine come together in union consciousness and not at odds, not fighting the connection, when both are receptive, we get this synergy, we get this engine starting up that taps into the eternal, it clicks, and we get this next level growth. So divine feminines, those messages just came out to kind of show you the template so that you can understand that all the machinery of these dynamics have to be in optimum running order for these light body expansions, for these energetic collaborations to take off. Both have to have a pure system engaged for it to work. So let's get the energetic card for this for feminines. Communion, contemplation, and higher mind. Yeah, exactly. I was getting that message that you needed to hear this higher dimensional energetic assessment of what's going on here with these dynamics, the way the synergy happens. It's this energetic flow that combines to make an exponential. It's like electromagnetics. When you combine, you get this surplus. So that's the kind of template, exponential growth. We're seeing the inner workings of this perpetual motion that's created. So that higher mind message, divine feminines, you're meant to see that there are bigger things at play here with the connections, that they do generate a third energy. They are frequency generator templates. That's why it's so important. These mastery keys, once mastery is accessed, that makes a brand new thing that can't exist if one of these mechanisms is not firing at the right frequency. It's not a match. But as we know on the twin journey, the counterparts are entangled and mirroring whether the match can come into close proximity or still out here. It comes in closer when the match is closer. Energetically, that's why you come into alignment with self, you magnetize in your twin. Okay, what else can we see for the masculines with the Four of Crystals on the solar plexus. Love came out on the side, so neutral. Could this be love I just heard? Could this be what love is? This pull, this electromagnetic template that just clicks, that is divinely orchestrated. Divine masculines, you're seeing that this could be what love is. Love is the most alive, most growth, most eternal. It is a perpetual motion machine. Yeah, this is what love could be. It's not just the emotions that we feel. It's not these other things. It's true compatibility. Love is order to chaos. Love is eternal energy. It is that propelling, self-sustaining. It's whole. That's what love is. It's life. It's aliveness. So yeah, divine masculines, this is the pulse of this connection, is what I'm hearing. So this is fuel to open the grip on the material world, the status quo, and to see these connections as generating this higher frequency of abundance. It's a kick in the butt, divine masculines, to trust that if you let go of your death grip on the material alignments, that you will be able to safely access so much more than you could have ever imagined before. There's so much safety. It's not a trick, divine masculines. Okay, what is the energetic card for this? Pleiadian Stargate. Freedom, sensitivity, beauty, sensuality. This is the hard one, freedom. Seeing what love really is. It's life affirming. It's sustaining. It's sustainable. It's eternally sustainable energy. What could be more freeing than that? Not only is it freedom, I'm being told to ask, what is loss of freedom, divine masculines? Loss of freedom is when things get cornered, when there's a dead end, when there is a limitation. Aliveness, love, this kind of generation of frequency, that is not those things. That is not a lack of freedom. This is the rocket fuel that gets you past all those limitations. So that's the cause to open up this empowerment beyond what the comfort zone would say is warranted. Interesting. And we are now going to the sacral chakra. Wow, okay, we have the Two of Crystals. Got a bit of a sexy union energy here, this yin-yang in the sacral. So there's, I heard birds and bees. This is the coming together of the feminine and the masculine. Changes in the physical. So feminines did get this same card here. But there is a change. There's a change on the sacral chakra. There's a balancing of the sacral chakra in the connection here. It's only a 2. So this is, we do have the 3 and the 4 of crystals. So these are all very, got the 2, the 3, the 4 in the spine here, in the core of the foundation of this connection right now. We have the initial 2, 3, 4 steps in the physical. This is in the physical. So sacral chakra energy balancing out in the physical. For many divine feminines, we're seeing the inability to have sexual connection or charge or zing for counterparts that don't meet in this balanced energy. Bodies are not lying about sexual charge and chemistry. Divine masculines, we've gotten that message where karmic energies are no longer attractive, even impotence for some. Okay, so divine feminines, what are we seeing on the sacral chakra for this yin-yang, 2 of crystals, the changes in the physical regarding the most phallic card in the deck. This is the Ace of Wands, sacred sexuality. It's in the reverse though, so it's not quite time yet. There's a little bit of a becoming energy. So the changes are starting to occur though. that will warrant this growing passion. Let's see what the reason for that is energetically. What is it that the divine feminines are still needing to calibrate before this energy can come into the physical? Whimsy, fantasy, and wonder. Chamber of imagination. Oh, I just literally heard you need to imagine the sexual charge being available again in this connection. That's a big change. There's been so much time, I want to say misinterpreting what letting go is. For many divine feminines, I'm feeling that you have let go by denying the sexual attraction, that you've told yourself you're not allowed to have sexual attraction. For some, you've witnessed that the sexual attraction has actually dipped off and isn't there for your divine counterpart, and maybe they are in the friend zone. Maybe you just see them as a masculine energy without the attraction. But you're just being asked to understand, divine feminines, that it can return. Better than ever, I just heard. Look at how, like, in the blink of an eye. So just stay open to it. Imagine that it's not an absolute. Imagine that letting go doesn't mean an absolute. Letting go is not equal to never. Divine feminines. So yeah, what are we seeing for divine masculines with the sacral chakra balancing and changes in the physical? Oh, this whole thing, unconditional love. Expressing the love. That's the King of Cups that has had this love all along. Through the friend zones, through all of it. Got the Four of Cups here again. So we had the Four of Cups twice. This is the unconditional love offer, the change. So we got an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Wands here. And there's that Ace of Cups highlighted in this through the confusion energy as well. And the Devil. There's that Nike card. Just do it, divine masculines. So they're seeing through the illusion, seeing it's always been this connection. There's a newfound permission the masculines are giving themselves to actually see this as love, as unconditional love on a new level. Because they've had this love all along, because you've known it on some level all along, through every phase, through everything, the friendship has stood the test of time. It must surely be unconditional love, even when you are confused about that, divine masculines, even when the illusion suggested that it might be something other than love. You've stuck with the journey, and now there is a new motion here with changes with the sacral chakra. Let's see what the energetic card is for that. I'm getting two piles. Path change, paradigm shifts, adjustment. Yeah, so changes, another confirmation that divine masculines, even if you're not feeling it yet, you will see a change. You will feel a change. You will see the unconditional love. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously, there it was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cups in that message. It's all up in the feels. So if you're not feeling it yet, you are going to feel the love, divine masculine, because you're seeing what the love is. There's so much cups on the masculine side. Okay, artistry, expression, community, and celebration. So the Three of Cups here too. The divine masculines are seeing that this connection brings celebration into the physical. I want to hold this up too. I'm hearing beaming with pride. Divine masculines are beaming with pride about the motion that this connection is bringing into the physical. And this sacral chakra, it's highly zing. It's highly stimulating to the sensuality of the connection. There's this sultry passion growing, I just heard, but there's something about community, gathering in festivity and celebration here. literally artistry, expression, community, celebration. So divine masculines are going to have a change of sacral alignment regarding some sort of community event, community celebration energy. There is a beautiful revelation about the frequency of celebration available here. I'm hearing trophy wife, but it's not like that. It's like counterparts being able to interact socially in a way that is so heartwarming and love-filled and pure. I just heard. I'm feeling an incredibly powerful appreciation with like the King of Cups there. This it's like a toast, a thank you toast. It's these wow, it's really cool, and it's a community thing. And then we also have harmonic oscillator, timing, rhythm, synchronization, and frequency. Well, the beat of the sacral drum, wink wink. There seems to be a harmonization here that will engage the sexual connection again, that will engage the return of this balance. We saw the synergy on the ambition chakra, the solar plexus, and now we're seeing this frequency match, balancing, coming together on the sacral as well. So beautiful. What do we see for the root chakra? Divine timing. I literally saw the divine counterparts with rocket boosters, divine rocket boosters on the root chakra, because we have become self-sustaining systems, mastery. When we become individuated from the family tree and we are only accountable for our own karma, not parroting the karmas of the generational stuff, or we've individuated from the collective, we still align, but we are independent thinking and have come into our own. That is when the divine takes care of our sustenance. That is when the divine provides all that we need. That is when we get this interdimensional, magical manifestation, spontaneity. We have liftoff, everybody. We have liftoff. It's just, these readings are surreal to me, to have it come through so coherent and yet so holy. For the feminines, the divine is now taking care of your provisions. The root chakra is about your needs being met. The divine now has that. Divine intervention is now in charge of your basic needs, your abundance. We have abundance being anchored by the divine here. From the crown to the root, we have the influence of higher divine intervention and abundance. Wow. Okay, for the feminines, what is this great wheel, this alignment with blessing and provision? Okay, so this is literally saying put your burden down, seek energetic purity, put one foot in front of the other, trust. This is the card of the spiritual seeker. So march onward, dear soul, I just heard. Keep one foot in front of the other. Let go of expectation, let go of attachment. This is the portal of manifestation where we can do envisioning. In the reverse, it's saying don't need to know. You don't know what you don't know right now. It's going to be better than you think. Drop all the assumptions about what it's going to be and just allow one step in front of the other. This is also the sure-footed getting towards an absolute goal. In the reverse, it's opening the mind, not needing to know. So put down all of your overtaxing, overthinking, all of that divine feminine, and Allow the divine to take care of your basic needs through intuitive guidance, because you are actually open and receptive to goodness and to love and to blessing and to opportunity and to your union coming in. What is it that we can see for the energetic level here? This is a genius freaking reading. Genius reading. Yeah, seal of fulfilled transformation, alchemy, metamorphosis, and karmic completion. We don't get this seal of righteousness I just heard, this surrender to the divine will, co-creation with divine will, unless we have removed our karmic baggage and we have become a free spirit that now aligns fully with the higher guidance and not of the world. In the world, not of the world. What can we see for the masculines regarding the Great Wheel? Victory and channeling. You've got the key to your freedom, to overcoming, to your victory. And that is to ask on Most High for direction. To allow the signs, the synchronicities, the awareness of energy, the vision of love to be evident, to be illuminated, to be known. You're allowed to know that, divine masculine, and it will set you free. It is the truth that sets you free. When you know these higher energetic truths, that is what you need to know to get lucky, to be lucky, to live in flow, to live in perpetual blessing. What do the messages need to be for clarification? Dimensional planes of perception number 9, universal understanding, objective observation. Take a step out of yourself and witness. Witness the goodness, witness the benevolence, witness the changes that are about to occur in this dynamic. Wow. That's quite a reading. Let's get one message, dare I, from the Hermit Tarot. What can the divine feminines say to the divine masculines here? I'm too afraid to talk. Neutral. So no longer is there... The divine feminines know that you're not afraid to talk anymore, and they're not too afraid to talk. Energy has balanced. It's not weird anymore. I'm obsessed with your body, so lust, again, neutrality. There's no longer a question of whether this is lust or love, or just a physical thing, or a pull that way. That's been neutralized, but there is still profound attraction. You are made for each other, counterparts. You are the ideal for each other. Believe it. Believe that you actually are. You may not know that fully yet. Your divine counterpart may not have told you that you are the perfected counterpart for them. In their eyes, the divine could not have made somebody more perfect, more beautiful for them. For you, think of how you feel of your counterpart. They are the most splendid creature that you have met, and that's been an interesting thing on this journey. What is attraction? What isn't it? All of that. It's energetic and it's physical. You have been created for each other. It's every level. So it's not one or the other. That's been calmed. And strength versus ego. This is the balance, humility coming in. All of the illusion. The strength card comes out when the devil's been at play, and it's all balanced here. So for divine feminines to the divine masculines, your divine feminine has balanced out. They have tempered themselves. They know that this gag order between communication is going. Anything can be said and talked about now. It's no longer a question of lust or not. It's balanced. There isn't this sexual weirdness. And the ego, the competition, the competitive templates that would make it separation mentality, you versus them, that's been calmed. How interesting. And what would the masculines say to the feminines? What can we see for the masculines to the feminines? Now is not the time on the fence, and I think so, yes. So Divine masculines, you're still really paying attention to the old timing is everything thing. Well, you'll know. You'll know. So right now, divine feminines, we're still sort of getting now is not the time, but I think so, yes. All those messages about it's okay to know and you'll know in time. No more thinking so. It's not going to be a gray area when it's time. And that's such a beautiful thing, because when these unions come in, there will be no doubts. There will be no questioning. You won't have to wonder what your counterpart meant or where they're at. You will both just know. There will be a time, divine counterparts, where the connection will be mutually known. Many blessings. Bye for now.